Hello, hello, and welcome to Free Impression Night. I am going to plug my phone in here while I am waiting on you, some of you to join me live. I just noticed as I was getting started, I'm like, oops, got to make sure we get that battery plugged in. I'm super excited to have all of you here this evening. Hey, Miss Wendy, how are you? As you're joining, if you are catching this via live, if you will comment live, if you catch this via replay, if you will also comment replay, that helps us with the algorithms here in this group. And in the meantime, I think I'm going to try and tag everybody here so that people can find this live fairly easily, so that those that want to get entered to win can get entered to win. All right. It's good to see you all. My name is Tish. I am joining you all this evening from the Dallas, Texas area. Hey, Miss Melissa, how are you? Thank you. This top is old. I've had it 3 or 4 years now, but this is the beauty of accessories. You put new jewelry on and you feel like you're wearing a completely brand new summer top. So anyway, I'm excited to be here with all of you. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Wendy. It's good to see you all. Tonight, we are going to be giving away a free impression. Oh, yes, we are. And to get entered to win, first of all, I'll tell you guys how you can get entered to win. To get entered to win, all you have to do is listen to this live, learn a little bit more about Park Lane Jewelry. At the end of this live, I will share with you all a code word, and then you're going to take that code word, you're going to go to the survey link that I have posted here in this post, and you will fill out the quick survey. It'll take you like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, if that. And everyone that submits the survey will get entered to win a gorgeous surprise impression bracelet valued at almost $200. So we're excited to give away an impression bracelet tonight. And the reason that we like to do this every time we have a mega party is we are of the belief that part of our job as a stylist is to educate the public, the world, on Park Lane Jewelry. While Park Lane, some of you are here because you love the jewelry and you're shopping with your stylist, or you're supporting your hostess that invited you here. You're going to pick up some new sparkle, and you can't wait for it to arrive, and you've had a fun experience and possibly even won a giveaway or two. Some of you are here because maybe you're interested in learning a little bit more about this opportunity. You're like, this looks like fun. If she could do it, maybe I could do it as well. Some of you may be like, I love shopping, or I love hosting, or I love supporting, but I'm not interested in the business at all. And that's totally fine. But I invite you to listen to learn more about what Park Lane offers, because while it may not be for you, we invite you to think about who you might know that you do think would love this opportunity or love being a part of such an iconic brand, and you could recommend or refer your friend or family member to your stylist. And so for that reason, we love always coming in, educating you all, so that you can learn just a little bit more about our industry, a little bit more about why jewelry is a smart product category, a little bit more about Park Lane, and of course, why now is such a great time. So if that sounds good to you, drop a 1 in the chat. And I'm excited to be here for just a little bit of time to share more about how and why this company is celebrating 70 years in business this summer. 70 years. I mean, we could probably count on one hand the number of companies that have been in the industry for 50, 60, 70 years. Like, it is very, very rare. And there are reasons why I have survived survived the test of time and are still here, stronger than ever, growing and preparing and building the next 70 years of generations. So Again, as I mentioned, my name is Tish. I live in the Dallas, Texas area. I am not new to Park Lane, nor am I new to our industry. I'm actually celebrating 70 years in the industry, but Park Lane was not my first stop. I spent 10 years at my first company, and I absolutely loved it. It changed my life. It's opened up, my vision to the possibilities of what this industry can offer. But I also learned in that process that if I was going to spend another decade or two dedicating myself to a profession that I am incredibly passionate about, then I wanted to partner with the best so that I could offer the best to my customers, offer the best to my hostesses, and of course, offer the best to the future team that I would build. And so about 7 years ago, I got educated and decided that nothing compared to this company in our profession. And so I partnered with Park Lane, and that one decision truly changed my life. And not only did it change my life, but I've had the pleasure of being able to make an impact on thousands of other lives over the last 7 years since my partnership began with Park Lane. But let me take you back for a moment to why I got into the industry 17 years ago. So 17 years ago, I was a small business owner of 10 years. I had 3 young children, married to my college sweetheart, who is an attorney, and life was great. I had built this very successful business that I felt like I had the flexibility to work around my kids' schedules. But then the recession of 2008 hit. This was in 2008, as I mentioned, and a natural disaster hit the Texas Gulf Coast, which was Hurricane Ike. And with that went the Houston economy, where I lived at the time. And so my business immediately took a turn for the worse, as did thousands and thousands and thousands of businesses all over the city of Houston. And that is when I first turned to the direct sales profession. And at that time, I was turning to the profession because my children were young, as I mentioned, and we had 2 bills that I was concerned about being able to pay. One was occupational therapy, which both of my boys were in at the time, and of course insurance didn't cover. The second was a home improvement loan, because we had recently added on a master bedroom addition. And I am a doer and I am a problem solver. I'm the oldest of 3 girls in my family, and I was not going to sit around and be anxious and stew about how we were going to be able to pay these 2 bills. I got introduced to an opportunity. It seemed fairly simple, and I just thought, if I can earn enough to pay these 2 bills until my business picks back up, then we will be fine, and then I will carry on my merry way. And so that's when I jumped into my first company. My first goal with that first company was to earn $3,000 a month. That was going to cover those 2 bills that I was concerned about. And I was earning that $3,000 a month pretty quick. And I didn't know what I was doing. Literally didn't know what I was doing. I was just plugging in, following the training, and pretty quickly I was earning $3,000 a month. And I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing, and I'm earning $3,000 a month. I can't even imagine what would be possible when I actually knew what I was doing. That's when I first kind of caught the vision. I, started falling in love with the possibilities. I realized that my small business that I'd had for 10 years, while I felt that had offered me flexibility, this was the ultimate flexibility. And so I ended up closing my small business 1 year later and building it big, and that one small thing that I did, that one small thing forever changed my life. And it's why I'm so passionate about educating the public on our profession and what it can offer, and specifically our company. So for that reason, let's talk for a moment about what makes this profession such an incredible profession. Well, first of all, I feel like flexibility is at the top of the list. And it was interesting last night when Anita did our amazing live, which, comment Anita in the comments. Let's give her some love. If you loved her presentation that she gave last night, she did such an amazing job. And the first thing she talked about was flexibility. She's raised her 3 children while working in this profession. She was a former teacher, and I've raised my 3 children while working in this profession. And it's given me a more lucrative income than any job I could have had in corporate America, any job, and significantly more than I was ever able to build as a small business owner. So I feel like I've done it all. I've worked for corporate America. I've had a small business of 10 years, and I've worked in the direct sales profession for 17. So I've tasted all 3, and by far this has given me the most flexibility, bar none. Also, it has allowed me to work more or less depending on the stage of life I was in, the time of year, etc. When, summer would hit and my kids were home for the summer, I would readjust my schedule and be out at the pool many afternoons, hanging out with them. When, it was football season or lacrosse season or dance season or cheer season and all the things, I would work all of my parties and all the things around my kids' schedules. Now that I'm an empty nester, we live a life without limits is how I like to refer to it, because we have, as I said, I'm coming to you all live tonight from Texas, but we actually have a second home up in Vermont. We love the Northeast and spend typically summers and fall up in our Vermont home. I'm not there right now this summer because I am helping care for my mom who is going through ovarian cancer. And once again, that flexibility that I've talked about is as important today as it was when my children were younger, because I can work from anywhere. I can be with our mom at all of her doctor's appointments and her chemo treatments, and spending, a night or 2 a week at her home, at my parents' home, helping care for our parents. And this career, this business has given me that flexibility. So, again, flexibility, the opportunity to earn as much or as little as you want. There are more, this is a fun fact, there are more female six-figure earners in this profession than any other profession in the world. More six-figure earners in this profession than any other profession in the world. And these are women that are working their businesses from home, from their phones, from their laptops, flexibly, from the car, from the soccer fields, doing all the things. So it's a really amazing profession that you can enter with no risk and get your feet wet and test it, and then decide if it's something that you want to continue and do more of. And if you decide you don't, you've lost nothing, because you can get started for, very little. And if you love it, you can build the business of your dreams. That is the magic of this profession. Now, why specifically is jewelry a smart category? Jewelry is a smart category because, number one, it is a, I'm just went blank on the word that I'm looking for. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Consumable. I'm like, what is the word I'm looking for? Jewelry is a consumable product. People always tell me when I'm talking to them about this industry, they're like, well, if I do this, I want to be with a product category that is consumable. And I'm like, well, that is smart. Jewelry is a consumable product because, remember, fashion is consumable. Every single one of you that are sitting here watching this live or on the replay, drop a 1 in the chat if in the last 60 days you have bought either a new piece of jewelry or a new pair of shoes or maybe a new bag or maybe a new top or maybe a new pair of pants or maybe a skirt or maybe a new dress for, recent spring activities, something. And you likely had a closet full of things, but you still picked up a little something. And that is because fashion is consumable. It always will be. And jewelry is also consumable. Our our statistics are something crazy. It's like 74% of our customers come back and shop again. Like, it is something so crazy. And because, well, and I'll talk more about that in a moment, but we have a lot of customers that fall in love with our brand. Many of you are probably in this live or in this group, and you shop fairly often with your stylist. And so fashion and jewelry is consumable, incredibly important. Also, jewelry requires zero expertise and very, very, very little education. People know how to put on their earrings. They know how to wear their necklaces. Maybe you'll, learn some tips on how to build an arm party. But for the most part, you can get started and be earning income almost immediately. You don't have this huge learning curve where you're having to get all this product knowledge and, learn all these studies and all these scientific terms and all those things. You just don't have that with jewelry. And I have learned after 17 years in the business, if you want to help someone have a successful business, you need a product category that is super simple and a whole lot of fun. And jewelry is a very simple product category, and it is a whole lot of fun. And the reason that fun is important is if we're a volunteer army, like, we don't have to show up and do our job or our business or work our business. Like, we can choose not to, right? And if it is not fun, trust me, you're not going to plug in to your business. And if you're having fun, then you're going to be more encouraged and more excited to plug in more often. So jewelry is simple and a whole lot of fun. Also, you can work it from anywhere. You can work it from your phone, just like I'm doing right now. You can do virtual parties. You can do in-person parties. You can meet a few women at a coffee shop or at a wine bar. You can do vendor events, pop-ups, like you name it, you can do it. You're also a walking advertisement. So there is rarely a day, if I leave my house and go out, and I'm always in my jewelry when I do, rarely is there a day that someone doesn't compliment me on something that I'm wearing jewelry-wise, whether it's my necklace or my earrings, or they may say, oh my gosh, I love your bracelet stack, or I love your rings. Like, I'm always getting a compliment. And so when I'm complimented, it gives me the opportunity to respond and thank them and start a conversation and let them know, oh, well, actually, I sell this gorgeous necklace. I am a stylist with the jewelry company that manufactures and makes this necklace. So I love that it opens doors for me constantly. So for that reason, jewelry is also a smart product category. I could go on and on and on, but to me, these are like the most important things, because I go back to help the average person have success. You need to have a product category that's super simple and a whole lot of fun. All right. So now let's talk about why Park Lane Jewelry. How and why has Park Lane Jewelry been successful for now almost 70 years, celebrating 70 years in August, especially at a time and a season when yes, these are the bubble gum. I've got the bubble gum rings stacked here, which are part of our summer collection. Are those not so pretty? I love them. So jewelry is, Park Lane is experiencing success when many companies in this industry are struggling, on the decline, closing their doors. Like, we've seen a lot of that over the last few years. And so people are always like, how and why? How and why? And I will tell you how and why. First of all, our company is still family owned and operated 70 years later. We were started by Shirley and Art Levine, who were husband and wife at the ripe age of 16 and 19 years of age. They owned the company for 45-ish years, we'll say, and then probably close to 25 years ago or 20-ish years ago, they sold the company to 3 of their 8 children. Yes, they had 8 children. So the company is now owned by 3 of their sons, Scott, Art, and Mark. Scott, Art, and Mark Levine. Our company is now owned and operated by the second and third generation of the Levines. We are a cash-rich, debt-free company and have been all of these years. We have no investors. Why is that important? Well, many of these companies that have been closing, firing their reps overnight, they have investors that they have to answer to. And the investors oftentimes get paid before the reps do. And so anyway, we have no investors, cash rich, debt free. And in today's age, that matters. Our company has been very conservative for 70 years. They have spent their money where it matters most, and that's on the people and the product. Our compensation plan pays 73 cents of every dollar towards our compensation plan. We are the highest paid compensation plan in the industry. And I've looked at hundreds of them. Shirley and Art, our founders, decided decades ago that if they wanted to attract the best talent, then they needed to be willing to pay the most to attract top talent. And that's exactly what they decided to do decades ago. And our compensation plan has not changed in over 40 years, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. All of our jewelry is manufactured. Well, it's designed here in the U.S. Most of it is manufactured overseas. And we sell at such high quantities. The quantities in which we are distributing our product is so incredibly high. We have, relationships with our manufacturers that go back decades. And we are able to get our product at incredible price points, which means we're able to turn around and deliver those price points to our customers. And you guys are enjoying that through our buy two at regular price, get four at half off. Or right now, our bonus, which is ending on Wednesday, is that spend $60 and pick any item on the website that you love for only $35. So show me another company that is able to do that. Like it's just not happening. And again, it's because we're 70 years strong, no debt. We spend our money in the places that matter most, which is the people, the product, and our programs. Speaking of our programs, let's talk about our customer sale, the program I'll start with. With the way our customer sale works every day, where when you buy two items at regular price, you get four at half off. What happens with that is, number one, people fall in love with our brand. They fall in love with our brand because they feel as if they are getting incredible value. People work hard for our money and they get great value here, and it makes them have this desire to want to come back and shop again. So our customer sale is absolutely amazing. Then we have a hostess plan, which drop a 2 in the chat if you guys have hosted with Park Lane before. Our hostesses are spoiled rotten. Our founder, Shirley Levine, felt decades ago that we needed to roll out the red carpet for our hostesses, because if it weren't for our hostesses, we wouldn't be meeting our customers. Because when you host a party, you're inviting your friends to shop our amazing sale and line. And so our hostesses earn on average $400 when they invite their friends to party with them and their stylist. $400 is crazy. It's crazy. And additional perks, but it's absolutely amazing. So we spoil our hostesses rotten, which makes it pretty easy to book parties with new hostesses, because what happens is at our parties, which you guys are experiencing the mega party, but at our parties, typically our hostesses are inviting their friends to shop, and the friends will make a wish list, which is what we encouraged you all to do last night. You make a wish list, and many of you probably had a wish list bigger than what you were able to buy last night. It's a common theme, a common problem. So then we suggest get your must-haves tonight, and then let's partner together. I'll come and do a party for you and your friends, and then we'll be able to get some of these additional items on your wish list for free and half off. Yes, it is amazing when you host a party. It sure is, Rose. So our hostess plan is our customer acquisition tool. Our party is the lever of our business. It's how we continue to grow and build and meet new people and get in front of new people week after week. People often ask me, well, like I don't have that many friends. And I'm like, you don't have to get started. You can get started with, 2 or 3 or 4 friends or family members, inviting their friends to come and see the jewelry. And again, many of us do this online, virtually. And then what happens is almost always in each of those parties, some of those friends are going to fall in love with the jewelry and want to share the brand and our sale and our gorgeous jewelry with their friends as well. And then they are going to be heavily compensated with lots of free product of their own when they do that. So again, an incredible hostess program that I don't know of another company that even compares to that. So the company I came from definitely did not. We also have a free product program called our Rich Rewards program. And that is where you can get over $1,100 in free product every single month, just by doing the business, just by working the business. For example, I opened this up in the mail literally today, and I forget the name of this piece, but it is brand new. We just launched it, I think, last week, and we had the ability of earning this set last month in the month of May for free. It is 2 separate necklaces, and the value of it is probably close to $200. Look how gorgeous this piece is. So beautiful. I did not buy this. I got it for free, just because I partied some last month. Like, it's super, super simple. And every single month I can earn a new designer inspired piece for free that we'll be launching the next month, along with okay, so that's coral. So if you love coral, if you love this, tell your stylist, because it is available right now, but we'll probably sell out of it fairly quickly. I love this piece so much. It's so, so gorgeous. So, again, you can earn over $1,000, $1,100 in free product every month just by working the business. So another incredible program. We also have a Mercedes car program. Okay. Let me talk about the Mercedes car program. So, you don't have to be a top seller. You don't have to be a top recruiter. We've had over 200 within our organization in the last 7 years, over 200 women or men, because we have a few great men here, who have qualified for our Mercedes car program. And what's really amazing about it is you can get the Mercedes and drive a Mercedes if you choose, but you don't have to. I, last week, picked up my 3rd Mercedes that I have gotten in 7 years. My 3rd Mercedes in 7 years. I drove out of that dealership with a Mercedes that had 10 miles on it, and it was my 3rd one in 7 years. Now, some don't want to drive a Mercedes. Maybe they're not interested in it, or maybe they're at a stage in life where they need a different type of vehicle. Maybe they need to be driving a minivan, or you name it, big old Suburban or whatever. You don't have to. You can just take the cash bonus if you choose. But I've never driven a Mercedes in my life. And then we had to start this company. We have this amazing program. I felt like, of course, it's going to be great marketing for me and my business if I'm driving around in this Mercedes that my company's paying for. And that's exactly what I do. So again, another amazing program. Plus, we travel the world with Park Lane. 2 amazing trips a year, 5 nights, 6 days, luxury accommodations, 5-star accommodations. And in the 7 years since I've been here, let me name all the places that I've earned trips to. Greece, Italy, St. Martin, Bermuda, Aruba, Royal Caribbean Cruise, Key West. That was the first trip we took after the world shut down, and then things started opening back up. We went to Key West, Paris, Dublin, Ireland, St. Thomas. I may have already said that. St. Thomas. We're going to Zurich, Switzerland in August. We just finished our most recent trip earning our trip earning period to Cancun, Mexico, Cabo, Mexico also. So what is that like? I think that's like 13 locations that I have earned and traveled to. I didn't make this most recent trip to St. Thomas. I earned it. I wasn't able to go because I was home caring for my mom with her treatment. But again, like crazy town. So if you love traveling the world, drop travel in the chat. You can travel the world with Park Lane, and you can bring your family with you. When we go to Zurich next month or in August, my daughter Macy, who just recently graduated from college, is going to be joining my husband and I. When we were in Dublin, Ireland was it fall? I think it was fall. We took our two young adult boys that are in their 20s with us. So again, absolutely life-changing experiences. And it goes back to our founder's mission. Shirley's mission was she wanted to help people thrive in their lives and live a life without limits beyond their wildest dreams. And when I partnered with Park Lane 7 years ago, my mission was and still is today that I want to help women and a few great men be able to earn significant income when they choose to work. Some work a lot here, some work a little bit, but regardless, when you choose to work, I want you to be compensated well and earn significant income, because I am a believer that what we do with our income that we earn, you guys correct me if I'm wrong here, we do not hoard that income and keep it for ourselves. We take that income, we redistribute it into the areas that are important in our lives. Maybe it is supporting churches within your community, charities that are very important to you, schools within your area. Maybe you are working to help your children be productive, good human beings, and you want to give them opportunities that they would not have otherwise. Maybe you are helping support, parents. Maybe you are you want to work to build up your retirement plan or income or your retirement nest egg. Whatever it may be, I'm a big believer that when you can help women earn significant income so that they can make an impact in their lives, that is empowerment at its best. And the biggest difference that I can speak to from my first company where I was at for 10 years versus this company was that my first company, success was for a few. We didn't have the programs and the product and a customer cell and, a hostess plan that spoiled our hostesses rotten, and a compensation plan that paid very well. And so a few earned a lot of money, but most earned very little and worked really hard and didn't earn a lot. Whereas here at Park Lane, when you choose to work, you earn significant income. And if you want to work a couple hours a week, you can. If you want to work 10 hours a week, you can. If you want to work 10 hours a day, you can. You can come in here and you can build a 6-figure income of your dreams if you chose. And people are doing it every single day here. And so my mission now is that I want to build hundreds of 6-figure earners. Not because I want to help everybody go out and earn a 6-figure income, although I know that that is wonderful if that is a desire for someone, because I know what a 6-figure income for a leader represents. It represents that we have touched a lot of lives, that we have helped lots and lots of people be able to earn a little bit if they're looking to earn a little, be able to, work a few hours a week or do a party a week and earn a few $100s every time they do it, and so forth. So I am of such the belief that, again, we are a community within this Mega Party group, and by us sharing with you what this brand represents, how we've been able to impact people's lives for the last 7 decades, and how we are actively looking to continue to share our mission and continue to grow our company. And that even if you are not interested, if you know someone who might be, you likely do. Each and every one of you in this group likely have a friend or a family member who is looking for a way to supplement their family income. Maybe they are looking for a financial answer, solution to a problem, or maybe they just need some fun in their life. We have a whole lot of fun. Or maybe they love traveling the world. Or maybe they're just a fashionista and you're like, oh my gosh, she has gorgeous jewelry. Would be right up her alley. Or maybe it's someone that just spends a lot of time on social media and has a big, social media following, and you're like, oh, she would love this. Maybe you even know someone that's an influencer and they love sharing different brands. I mean, we have a lot of people here that, they're not interested in building a team. They just want to be an affiliate and share our gorgeous jewelry. So if you know someone, connect them to your stylist. We would be ever so grateful that you did. Help us continue to grow and make an impact, just like we have for the last 70 years. So the last thing I will touch on is why now? Why is now a good time? First of all, summer is a moment when people have an opportunity to slow down for a hot minute and reassess things. Maybe it's time to look at that second chapter, or this job that I'm in is maybe no longer serving me well, and it might be great to dabble in something else that could potentially be my next chapter. Can you build a career here that replaces a full-time income? You absolutely can, but you're not going to know if that's something you're interested in right now. You just got to give it a try. Many of us most here start this business and do it on the side of a full-time job. So for that reason, it's a great time. We also have a promo that's ending on Wednesday. So if you are interested in learning more about that promo, get with your stylist. She can share with you that, but you have the opportunity to earn a mini impression bracelet for free with that promo. Our starter kits, the way our starter kits work is our first kit is $129. And with that, you get $1,000 in product. We also have a $229. Let me back up. $129, you get $500 in product. $129, you get $500 in product. Or we have our $229 package where you get $1,000 in product. Or we have our $439 package where you get $2,000 in product. So incredible price point. So at the beginning when I said there's no risk, there's literally no risk. And Wendy's correct. The promo for earning that mini impression is this Wednesday, which is day after tomorrow. There is no risk with giving this a try. And I always give my sisterly advice. I have two sisters, so I'm always like, this is my sisterly advice. If you're interested, if you're remotely curious about it, you need to give it a try because you've got nothing to lose by giving it a try. And I always encourage anyone that's curious, let's launch you. So I'll do a party with you and your friends, and let's help you book 1 or 2 or 3 other parties with a couple of friends for you to give this a try. I'm going to help you every step of the way. We're going to do it together. And then at the end of that, you can then make an educated decision on if this is something you love and you want to continue. If you love and you want to continue, you're off and running. If you're like, not for me, no big deal. You've earned significant amount actually. You've earned your investment back with your first party more than likely. You've gotten a whole lot of free product, and you can pat yourself on the back that you tried something that you were potentially fearful to do. So summer's a great time. We've got the mini impression promo, which is ending on Wednesday. Get with your stylist. She can share more with you about that. And we're a lot of fun. We are an amazing community of women and a few great men who love supporting, cheering you on, lifting you up, helping you go out to do whatever it is you want to do with this business. And maybe it is earning a few $100s a month. Maybe it's earning a few $100s a week. Maybe it's earning a few $1,000s a week. The sky is the limit here. Anything is possible. And I could go through story after story after story after story after story, sharing with you perfect examples of that. The last thing I will mention is We have a program that's called our Direct to Point program. I'll actually go live tomorrow and share more details on that with you. But we have a program that recognizes leadership experience in this industry. So I share that with you because you may know someone who does this business, but with another company or even another product category. We would love to connect with them. We would love to talk with them. We would love to just let them have the opportunity to learn what Park Lane offers. I call that being smart in business. I can speak personally on that because I was with another company for 10 years and have been here for 7. So if you know of someone that has experience in this industry, I would also talk with your stylist about that. And she may come back to you and say, did you have a chance to watch? What did you think of Tish? What did you think of the information she shared? And, do you know anybody in the industry that you think would be interested in learning more about what Park Lane offers? My decision to partner with Park Lane changed my life. And it could change your friend or family members or yours if you happen to have leadership experience as well. So anywho, with that, we're going to wrap this up. So as promised, I have a code word for all of you guys. You're going to take the code word that I'm about to share, and you are going to go to the link that is here in this post. Maybe someone can drop the link in the comments as well. Fill out the survey. It'll take just a couple minutes. Enter the code word. The code word is pink. The code word is pink because I put on pink lipstick tonight for all of you guys. I've got my pink top on. So tonight our code word is pink. It happens to be my favorite color. Code word is pink. Fill out that survey and you will get entered to win one of our gorgeous impression bracelets. All right. So thank you all so very much for joining. I appreciate you all. If you have questions, get with your stylist and we will make sure to get it answered. And if she cannot answer it, she will connect you with someone who can. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a great evening. And don't forget, you got to get your wish list in. You got to get your orders in so that you can get entered for all of our fabulous giveaways because they are exactly that. Absolutely fabulous. Okay, thank y'all. Have a great evening. We'll talk soon.